Zach here. So today I'm going to walk through a few updates I've made to Ansible Butler. One is a new command called inspect, and then the other is some enhancements I've made to the directory init command. So as you can see, I just typed Ansible Butler here in my command. I got the usage docs. So first off, I'll go ahead and show directory init. So this is an existing command that I've added some setup of common configs. So let me create a Butler demo directory. And then I'm going to open it in VS Code. Go ahead and expand that. So the directory init, as you can see, it's set up just basically common folders and files that you may need in an Ansible repository, and you can obviously delete or modify these as needed. But you'll see here there's an example playbook, just gives you an idea of what a playbook looks like if you're very new to Ansible itself, and give you just a blank Ansible config that you can come in and set up, just a recommendation. It'll give you the default Ansible lit config, so you can go ahead and come in here and customize it to meet your needs. And a roles directory from your module tools and things. These are all older functions. The newer functions here are setting up this Ansible lint file, and you'll see these new additional directories. So specifically for using VS Code, it'll set up a settings file for you. So these are some really useful settings here for the editor. Thanks to some of my colleagues, Eric Ames, for showing me these. And then these are the Ansible actual extension to VS Code settings. So very useful if you're using VS Code to kind of get this spun up and not have to worry about it. And lastly, there's additional GitHub setup for Ansible CodeBot, which is super awesome if you're using GitHub. CodeBot will basically create pull requests against your repository using Ansible lint. So if you commit playbooks to your directory and there's some syntax errors or suggestions that could be made, it will actually make a PR for you. So hope that's enjoyable for all of you. I think it's pretty useful features, and it should make it easier to get your repository set up. You can, of course, similar to the other functionality in Ansible Butler, you can turn these things off in the configuration. And there's a link in the references to the blog post to example configs where you can turn on and off the setup for these different settings. So the other the additional command I made, which was Ansible Butler inspect, I'll do a quick demo of that. Bring my terminal out. It basically will create for you a report of what's inside your EE, and of course you can do this with Navigator, and I'm not trying to replace Navigator at all. I love using Navigator. I think it's a great tool. Just sometimes I don't want to go through the text UI that Navigator opens up to get the reports or get the information I'm looking for. So this inspect command will basically go in and figure out the Python requirements and the collections inside the EE and spit out a YAML file for you, or a JSON if you prefer. So let me go ahead and run that. And as you'll see, I got a nice YAML output. So these are my Python requirements in a list. And it's all the Python in that particular execution environment. And if I scroll up, I'm also getting all of the Ansible collections. So if that's useful to you, if you want to write it to a file to read it easier, you can do something like this. And it will give you the nice output in a YAML file. And then you can open that up in VS Code. I like to do that sometimes as well, just a little bit easier to read, right? Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Please download Ansible Butler, give it a use in your environment, and I'm open to feedback, always looking to add stuff to make it more useful for everyone. Thank you.